So I got the quarantine kit from Furls. I think I have this properly. Thought I had untaped it. Apparently not, so apologies. Hold this back far enough. So this is what it looks like when it comes. Here's my kit. I'll pull this out so you can see. See the address. You can see I bought the Streamline ergonomic crochet hook, and I got some yarn. That's part of the quarantine kit they were selling. Let's take out of this. So here is the quarantine kit. And I got this hook. So let's see what comes out. Of course, they all look a little different. How are you making something out of this? Ooh, here we go. This is the one I got. It's beautiful. It's a G+, because that's something I don't have a lot of. I find G+ is really hard to find that 4.5 millimeter. So it's actually only the second G+ hook I own. I have a lot of hooks, as many of you do. So this is something I'm very excited about. So we're going to give this a test in a little bit. We're going to make this into something. I'm not sure what yet, but we'll see in a few minutes. So I wanted to show you what the yarn is. It is Whims Merino. This is what comes from, this is a Furls brand. This is what I got in my quarantine kit. And you can see it's a super fine, a super wash merino and a nylon. It's a light number 3. And it says between a 4 and a 5.5. I got the G+ 4.5 millimeter hook with it. So I'm going to use that with this and see how we go. But I wanted to show you this because you'll see it notes that this is made for a crocheter because it is a Z twist crocheter's yarn. So the standard twist of a yarn is an S twist. So if you want to think about what an S looks like an S, and a Z is basically the opposite. So it's saying it's twisted in the opposite direction, and that doesn't mean a ton to most of us, but I wanted to get in here pretty close so you can see the difference. Let's see if I can get in here pretty decently close here. So you can see the difference in the, see if you can see the difference here in the twist. You can see that this twist is going, get my finger in here, it's going this direction, and this twist is coming this direction. So it's more like a twist to the right, and this is more like a twist to the left. If you think about how you would kind of lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. This is more of a righty-tighty style, and this is more lefty-loosey. So that is one of the big differences here in the Whims yarn. And you'll also, I think Lion Brand has a ZZ twist. There's a few other brands out there that have a crocheter's twist or a Z twist yarn. This is also called the magical twist. I have to look that up and double check. I think that's what it's called. So I'm going to be interested to see if that makes any real difference in crocheting. I do expect it will make a very small difference in the way that I crochet, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I did our sample, as we usually do, in the Furls Whim in our 12-point granny. It is 18 inches in diagonal. I've got about halfway around the last round. So I'm going to take this apart and make something else out of it that I'm actually going to use. A little shawl of sorts, and then I'll show you that. We'll see the full thing. I will tell you, and I'll get this a little closer into the stitches. You really can see the stitches really well, and it's got some nice drape. It's nice and loose. It's not super tight with the G+ hook, with the 4.5 millimeter hook that I bought with it. And that's well in the range that they recommend So this is a good choice. I have this on the white table so you can really see through the darker yarn. But I would recommend, if you're a loose stitcher, go down a hook or two as usual, but definitely with this, go down a hook or two because it is a nice loose stitch. But you can really see that nice stitch definition in the product here. So I'm going to take this back apart and make something else out of this, still with my G+ hook, to give it some more testing. I think I definitely have some things to say about the G+, or the Furls Streamline here. That's what I have. I believe it was a Streamline in G+. I definitely have some things to say about that. So more in a minute. Here is the final scarf that I did with the quarantine kit, with my Whims Merino in the gray. This is actually like charcoal. Yep, charcoal color. And I used the G+. You can see it's a nice open, very light. Feels really good. I wore it for a couple days this week and it was warmish outside, but not like really warm, and it was nice to have the extra layer. This is really comfy. If I can remember, I'll put the picture of me wearing this up on the end of the video in just a moment. But I really do like the Whims Merino. The Furls hook is very nice. And this scarf, which is by Naztazia. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll link it below. I have it pinned somewhere on Ravelry, I think. So I'll put that on there for you so you can find it. Highly recommend the scarf, the pattern, and the Whims Merino and the hook are very nice as well. So if you got your quarantine kit, I'd like to see what you made. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. If you'd like, click subscribe and see what else I've got to review. Got lots of yarns coming up.